Good morning, everybody, and welcome. This is the first in a series of informative web sessions that we have planned here at CAN. Through these conversations, our aim is to go a little deeper and peel back the layers of each institution. We will be talking about their core identity and strengths, explore admission requirements, discuss scholarships and affordability, and also spend some time understanding the career support and outcomes available to students during their studies and after graduation. My name is Saqib Siddiqui, and I serve as the Associate Director of Global Outreach at CAN. Currently, we at CAN are operating in 9 countries, and we see ourselves as a global higher education consultancy working to create meaningful connections between institutions and students. Our goal is to serve as a one-stop solution for key stakeholders, whether that's universities looking to connect with the right fit students around the world, or students exploring study abroad opportunities, or even high school counselors who want to learn more about programs offered across international campuses. I'm delighted to be joined today by two wonderful guests. First, the founder and CEO of CAN, Khwaja Umam, with nearly 15 years of experience in higher education and over a decade dedicated specifically to international education. Khwaja has been actively engaged with the global education community. He regularly participates in major international conferences such as NAFSA, IACAC, AIEA, AIRC, and most recently the API conference. His work is driven by a strong commitment to empowering students, counselors, and international educators through the exchange of knowledge, ideas, and opportunities. We are also joined by Anastasia Bedard, the International Recruitment and Transfer Credit Specialist at the University of North Alabama. Anastasia is a dynamic and highly experienced professional who earned both her bachelor's and master's degrees from the University of North Alabama. Since 2008, she has been professionally associated with the university since 2018 at the Office of International Affairs, where she has built strong expertise in international recruitment, program coordination, transfer credit evaluation, and student support. Her colleagues often highlight her ability to manage complex programs while keeping the student experience at the center of everything she does. All right, now that the introductions are out of the way, let's dive right into the conversation. Over to you, Khwaja.
Right. So thank you so much, Saqib, and a very warm welcome, Anastasia. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us in this info session. It's an honor to be hosting you. And without any further ado, I would love to dive into the discussions that we have today. But just before that, I mean, it would be nice if you could just quickly, just very quickly introduce yourself, and then of course I'll get to my first question. Of course, Saqib has introduced you, but we would love to hear from you as well.
No, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm so glad to be here to be able to speak on behalf of the University of North Alabama and how any international student can benefit attending here. As Saqib has already mentioned, I have been a part of UNA from one way or another since 2008. Professionally, since 2018, I have achieved 2 degrees here. I'm working on a third. And during my time here, I have helped international students transfer their credits, advise them on their classes, and help them attain to our campus resources and make sure that they are understanding of what they can achieve while they are here. And I believe I will be a very good resource to answer your questions here for any international student who may have questions. I think this webinar will help them a lot.
Well, thank you so much. And I'm sure this is going to be, a great takeaway for anyone who sort of listens to us and would be a great resource. All right, so well, I'll come to my very first question, and of course, it's about the the institution's identity and its strength primarily, and particularly for those students or families or parents or even counselors, who are hearing about the institution, for the very first time, let's say. So, how would you want to, describe your university's strengths, and how do you think, it differentiates from the others? So, yeah, we would love to hear from you on this.
No, absolutely. So actually, the University of North Alabama has been welcoming students for nearly 200 years. In that time, we've built something that's hard to find anywhere else. It's a university that feels like home from the moment you arrive. We're founded in 1830. UNA is Alabama's oldest four-year public institution, and our campus sits along the banks of the Tennessee River in Florence, a tight-knit, historically rich community that's warm, safe, and full of life, while still being within an easy reach of 8 larger metro areas. In addition, UNA is accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, Commissions on Colleges, and many of our more than 60 undergraduate and graduate programs carry additional regional and international accreditation. But beyond credentials, what sets UNA apart is how invested our faculty, staff, and community are in every student's success, academically, personally, and professionally. The Office of International Affairs International Student Services team supports international students from the moment they arrive, offering guidance on everything from immigration paperwork to understanding university resources. Some of the other resources available at UNA include the University Student Success Center, which houses UNA's tutoring services, the Center for Writing Excellence, the Mathematics Learning Center, and advising centers. UNA also cares about the health and wellness of our students. UNA Health Services offers basic health care, vaccines, physicals, and mental health referrals. Our Student Recreation Center provides students with free fitness, sports, and outdoor programs. The Roar Access Center houses the Aubrey and Annie Looney Disability Support Services Office and the Jesse Christopher James Roar Pantry. These resources are available to all UNA students to provide them with the assistance they need to thrive during their journey while at UNA. And so that is what makes us different from other universities. We provide all of these services. We've been around for a very long time. And yes, we are close to 200 years as a university in the state of Alabama.
That's a very, very long time for an institution to be around, So I'm sure whatever you mentioned has immense, value, that students can gain from. All right, so that brings me to my next question, which relates to academic excellence, and obviously when students are looking at university options, then they are looking at career outcomes. So what I want to understand from you is that which are those academic programs that, especially in the current scenario, are seeing in strong demand, and how do they connect with the industry trend, so to say, and then of course and obviously help international students with their career outcomes?
No, absolutely. So out of UNA's offerings of more than 60 academic programs, they're all designed to set students up for career success. All of UNA's colleges host career fairs throughout the year, so students never have to leave campus to find their next opportunity. And students are highly encouraged and given the resources to build connections during their time here. And so also, as well as what you mentioned, is UNA does offer a variety of STEM designated academic programs, from biology to engineering technology to computer science. And through optional practical training, students who pursue a degree in a STEM designated program are often able to work up to 3 years in their field in the US after graduation. And because of UNA's proximity to several larger cities, students often build connections with working professionals from across the American South. UNA's nursing and education programs are highly ranked in the state and region, with opportunities to gain real-world work experience for nurses at any of the local hospitals and many other health facilities in the area. Future educators can gain experience at UNA's own Kilby Laboratory School that is located on campus. UNA's Sanders College of Business and Technology is also a standout, not just in the region, but globally. The college holds the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business International Accreditation, which ranks them in the top 6% worldwide. It also houses the Steele Center for Professional Selling, which hosts a yearly career summit and speed skill competition on campus and conducts internal role play competitions with top corporate partners. Our finance program allows students the opportunity to work with a real client through the TVA Investment Challenge. That's an elective experience where the students manage a real portfolio for the Tennessee Value Authority that's valued at $500,000. As part of this program, students conduct economic and company analysis and make real investment decisions. In addition, the Joel R. Anderson Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurial Studies is home to our 6,000 square foot student incubator and makerspace called The Generator. The goal of The Generator is to assist students who desire to start a business or commercialize their innovations with resources and expertise. UNA also offers a wide array of arts-related programs, each with local, regional, and on-campus experience opportunities. The Jeff Eubanks Culinary Arts Management Program offers Alabama's first and only 4-year Bachelor of Science in Culinary Arts degree. The students in our music programs, many of whom are part of the Marching Pride, UNA's marching band, recently performed on a national stage in New York City during the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. UNA's David and John Briggs Family Department of Entertainment Industry offers high-quality instruction, including Florence's own multi-Grammy award-winning musician, John Paul White. The department also allows students the flexibility to find their niche by hosting student-led events at UNA's own music venue, The Main Room. Internationally recognized fashion designers Billy Reed and Natalie Channon work directly with the Fashion Merchandising and Design program. The annual George Lindsay UNA Film Festival, that's founded by George Lindsay and 2 esteemed former UNA faculty and staff, showcases student-made films as well as local, national, and international entries with coveted prizes available to winners. At UNA, you'll find that students in all degree programs are given the opportunities to succeed in college and after graduation.
Okay.
So our programs have built-in opportunities everywhere.
Absolutely. So yeah, and well, and I heard you mentioned about career fairs, and so that kind of brings me. It's like kind of connected to my next question actually. So I would want to hear about about career support and the return on investments with respect to students. And I mean, parents are very keen to hear about that, and particularly. So what kind of support system does UNA have, and how, and particularly for international students, because they would love to hear this, let's say like you mentioned about from internships and maybe co-ops, that would help with job placements.
No, that's a great question, and it's one we receive a lot. So at UNA, career preparation is not an afterthought. It's woven into the academic experience from day one. Many of our programs integrate curricular practical training directly into their course requirements.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, students can gain real-world, hands-on experience in their field while simultaneously earning college credit. For international students pursuing degrees in STEM designated programs, students are also eligible to extend their optional practical training from 1 year to 3 years. Through OPT, the optional practical training, STEM graduates are able to work in their field in the US for up to 3 years after completing their degree. And that gives them a meaningful start to build their careers and establish themselves professionally. In the meantime, many UNA students also work on campus in roles related directly to their majors and career goals. And through that, they gain valuable experience without ever having to leave campus. It's a practical, accessible way to build a resume while remaining focused on finishing a degree. In addition, just 90 minutes from campus is Huntsville, Alabama. It's nicknamed Rocket City. It's one of the fastest growing tech and aerospace hubs in the country. It is home to NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center and a thriving ecosystem of engineering, defense, and technology companies. So for students in STEM fields especially, that proximity creates real and accessible career opportunities. And at every stage of a student's career journey, UNA's Career Center has students covered, from choosing a major to landing an internship to navigating a career change. And what makes it truly unique is that support doesn't end at graduation. Alumni retain full access to Career Center resources, so UNA remains a career partner long after students walk across the stage.
Well, that's a great thing to hear, like alumni being connected with the career support, and that just must be helping students, a lot.
Yes, we have a very big alumni connection and strong alumni connection with all of our alumni. We have an alumni office that reaches out to them all the time. And so we're very proud of our alumni, and we're always here to support our alumni, especially through the Career Center.
Perfect. Now this, is a very, very favorite question for students, and parents for that matter. They would love to hear about any opportunities that they can, explore to get scholarships or any kind of financial help. And these are all deserving students, who are looking at such bright opportunities in their careers. So yeah, I would love to hear, and the audience would love to hear about any kind of merit-based scholarships or any kind of financial aid opportunities that are available, particularly for international students.
And that's a great question, and that is a common question and concern for anyone wanting to go to any higher education institution.
Right.
But we believe cost should never stand between a student and a great education.
Oh yes.
Yeah, at UNA, it doesn't have to. The majority of our on-campus international students receive multiple scholarships. That brings their total cost in line with what in-state students pay. That's a remarkable value for a highly accredited university with world-class programs. To be a little more specific, full-time international undergraduate students are automatically eligible for the Undergraduate Students Recruitment Scholarship. That includes $5,000 per semester for a total of $10,000 per year. Full-time international graduate students are automatically eligible to receive the Graduate Students Recruitment Scholarship. That includes $3,500 per semester for a total of $7,000 per year. In addition, both full-time undergraduate and graduate international students living on campus are also eligible to receive the Global Learning Community Scholarship. This includes $1,500 per semester for a total of $3,000 per year that can be applied to select UNA housing options. And all three scholarships are available for renewal based on meeting eligibility requirements. In addition, international students are eligible and encouraged to explore outside funding and financial aid opportunities through program-specific private and organizational scholarships. And our international student services team is happy to help point students in the right direction.
Okay, wonderful. So that sounds very interesting. And I'm sure students would love to hear this. I
think more than the students, the parents would be happy.
Parents, yes, certainly.
Yes. We truly believe international students belong on our campus. It helps everyone, domestic, international, become a well-rounded individual. And then we're here for the students, as I've said many times before, and I feel like this webinar will help prove that to them.
Absolutely. And, like combining this, with any kind of financial help, along with the opportunities like, CPTs and stuff that you mentioned, that just helps students to sort of manage their stay, and then eventually, move ahead in their career. All right. So I'm sure students, particularly would love to hear about campus life in general, and how does, what is the support system like once, let's say, an international student arrives on your campus, and whether it is academic support or cultural support, or, so would you like to please walk us through the experience that international students get?
Absolutely. And I can tell you the support is tremendous.
Okay.
So the navigators play a huge role in supporting new international students, both culturally and professionally and personally. They assist from the moment a new student steps out of the airport. The Office of International Affairs, Department of International Student Services works with the navigators to provide airport pickup for arriving international students from the nearest international. Yes, our nearest airport would be Huntsville International Airport, which is where NASA is located. Again, it's not that far away.
Oh, wow.
Yes, the navigators help new students with luggage, take them to pick up any necessities, and introduce them to campus on their very first day at UNA. The navigators also plan the annual International Welcome Bash, which is a massive get-together on campus that encourages both international and domestic students to attend to get to know one another and dance the night away. Other organizations also set up booths to introduce themselves to the students to ensure they know all of the resources that are available to them before university life gets started. In addition to welcoming students on campus, the navigators plan events throughout the year to honor and celebrate international cultures and traditions. Their biggest event of the year is Passport to the World, and it's exactly what the name suggests. Students, faculty, staff, and community members are invited to come learn about all the cultures that our students represent. Students from each country get together to make a snack or drink, create learning materials, coordinate matching cultural attire, or plan traditional dances and songs to perform. And our students bring cultures from around the world to the campus and to the community through that event. No passport required. Okay, in addition to other navigator support, UNA students have more than 140 registered student organizations to choose from to encourage campus and cultural involvement. That includes the Student Government Association, Fraternity and Sorority Life, internationally recognized honor societies, and program-specific groups. UNA Student Government Association also reserves 2 of its elected seats for international students to ensure their voices are heard in student-led discussions. In addition to the aforementioned University Student Success Center, UNA also has many more services available to all students to ensure they succeed academically. The Success Coaching Program pairs students with a personal peer success coach for semester-long coaching, or allow students to schedule drop-in appointments with a professional staff member. UNA's TRIO Student Support Services offers several support programs, including success coaching, peer tutoring, life coaching, and workshops. The Collier Library offers research consultations, private study rooms, technical help, technology borrowing, printing services, and much more. And sometimes academic success requires more than just tutoring and traditional academic support services. UNA students also have access to student counseling services, which provides them with group and individual counseling options and mental health support. And for students who prefer a more active approach, the Outdoor Adventure Center offers dozens of items available for students to use for free, including hammocks, kayaks, tents, and bikes. With multiple nearby parks, the Tennessee River, and UNA's own campus, there are dozens of places for students to stay active to help keep both their body and mind sharp. The UNA is dedicated to helping students thrive academically, culturally, and personally. The university's active alumni base provides voluntary support and financial donations to contribute to the success of current and future students long after they've graduated. That's the power of UNA's ever-growing community.
Wow, that's super exciting to hear. I wish I could, get back to my student life.
Yes, it's so cushy there. Just go to
Yeah.
college, get help when you
Yeah.
need it.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I would love to hear, after hearing all this, I mean, I would love to hear about the international student community, how strong is it? And so, yeah, some reflections on that, please. And of course, how do you make them feel at home?
Absolutely. So as we mentioned before, we do have events throughout the year, but UNA's international student presence has been an important part of our history for decades already. UNA's first international students came in the 1960s. And since the early 2000s, UNA has made a dedicated effort to actively recruit students from around the world. As of the fall 2025 semester, more than 1,000 international students were studying at UNA, with more than 400 of those students being on campus. And a big part of the South, which is where we are, is Southern hospitality. And that means good people, good times, and good food. UNA Dining, yes, UNA Dining works to host events that celebrate cultures and traditions from around the world and asks for input from the students to make sure they get it right. From the little pop-ups like a matcha bar to full-on cultural events like the Lunar New Year celebrations, UNA knows that food can help students feel more at home. UNA's international student population remains involved on campus and in cultural events throughout the year and are an integral part of UNA's community culture. We much value international students on campus.
Absolutely. I mean, that's very understandable from whatever I've heard so far. So obviously now, like I said, I wish I had the opportunity to apply, at this time, and get back to my study years.
We might have to plan a campus visit.
Oh, yes, certainly.
We would welcome you here anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, I would, since now, I mean, we are talking to you, you are part of the team that is recruiting international students. So I would love to hear from you about the admission strategy, and particularly what is the right fit, student that you're looking at. So are there is there anything specific that you would like to share with the potential students or international applicants that you look at, certain qualities? I mean, of course, we're not talking of, grades and scores are always there, but is there anything beyond that you are looking at in international students?
Yes, absolutely. And I can say it's not just international students, it's all students who want to attend UNA. And so at UNA, we're looking for students who are ready to make the most of everything college has to offer. And that's academically, personally, and in their communities. While academic preparation, as you've stated, absolutely matters, what we're also seeking are curious, motivated students who want to grow, contribute, and connect. International students bring new perspectives, experience, and traditions that enrich our campus community. And that's something we actively value and seek out. UNA isn't just looking to fill seats, we're building a community, and we want students who want to be a part of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, well, this is wonderful information that we've heard so far, and I'm really excited that I got the opportunity to, talk to you in such great detail, on the opportunity that UNA presents. So, finally, I mean, if I have to ask you that, to share a message for, the international students or potential students who are hearing us, any message, any piece of advice that you would want to give to the students who are considering studying in the US in general, and particularly who are, and particularly why they should perhaps, select UNA as one of the options in their pursuit of their higher studies in US.
And that's a wonderful question. And I believe I have the perfect answer for them, and something that will really get them motivated to choose UNA and to study in the US. The University of North Alabama is an established, highly accredited, and historical institution offering premier education at an affordable price. For nearly 200 years, we've welcomed students on our campus to grow into themselves in the next chapter of their lives. In that time, we've grown with them. UNA is dedicated to student success in all aspects. We know that higher education is often just a short chapter that's leading to bigger and better things, but we also know that UNA helps students make the most out of that chapter. With hundreds of faculty and staff members who are passionate about helping students grow and thrive, dozens of on-campus academic health and wellness resources, and a history that shines, UNA only needs one more thing. You at North Alabama. Your story starts here.
Absolutely. That's a wonderful signing off sort of statement that you made, So it just means that, ultimately it's that individual student that matters most, and everything revolves around that student. So well, Anastasia, it has been absolutely wonderful hearing about the different opportunities that UNA presents, and of course, love the fact that it has such a great history and such a long history. And I'm sure, students that are looking at opportunities to study in the US would definitely consider University of North Alabama as one of their options for not only whatever is offered there, but also the opportunities that are available around in that region. That makes it even more exciting to be there. So, well, thank you so much for that very, very insightful session. And I'm sure there'll be great takeaways from this. We will be soon seeing you in person in India. So we are very excited for that as well. So yeah, good luck for the trip. And once again, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much. It was such a good time letting me explain more about UNA. And yes, I will be visiting soon. So I hope to see maybe some of the students who are watching this later on. And I can't wait for that visit and to see India and to tell Indian students about UNA. I cannot wait. And I agree with everything you just said. Thank you so much for letting me attend this webinar today to talk about you.
Thank you. And thank you, Saqib, for organizing this.
Yes, thank you, guys.
Thank you
Yes, thank you so much, guys. And thank you guys for watching and listening. If you have any questions, you guys are more than welcome to get back to us. All our contact details are at the bottom. Like I mentioned before, this is the first of many info sessions that we will be doing. And we hope to get back to you soon with another higher ed institution. It could be from any part of the world. All right, guys. So thank you so much and be safe and bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.